Hi guys, what is up? It is your girl Petty Paige, Paige Cakes if you are nasty, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in the last video I told you guys that I wanted to start exploring a lot more obscure drama so that we don't constantly hear the same names over and over again, because it does get very repetitive and it honestly gets extremely boring for me to report on. So I've been doing my Dora the Explorer work, and I've been able to find a piece of drama from about 3 weeks ago that literally is highly underreported on social media. As we explore a YouTuber by the name of Jayla Koriyan, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, who has found herself in quite a bit of controversy due to a course that she put out where a lot of people feel as if they were scammed. So were they scammed? Are they scammed? Who knows? But before we find any of that out, let's have a few words from today's sponsor. Today's video is proudly sponsored by Juvia's Place. As per usual with today's sponsored content, all of the items used in this video will be listed in the description box down below. However, today I wanted to speak to you guys about Juvia's Place Black Business Grant. Yes, they're giving away money, honey. Chi-Chi, the owner of Juvia's Place, has now started a new initiative which is called Juvia's Place Black Business Grant. Basically, honey, they are going to be awarding 6 black-owned businesses in America a grant of $50,000. Juvia's Place say, at Juvia's Place, we are making an ongoing commitment to supporting small black businesses in the African American community. The Black Lives Matter initiative is not a trend, but an everyday initiative. It never goes out of fashion in our world. Black Lives Matter and black businesses matter. Basically, as stated before, they will be selecting 6 black-owned businesses in America to give a grant of $50,000. So if you are a black entrepreneur with a small business that could definitely use a little bit of investment, why not apply for the Juvia's Place Black Business Grant? You can do this by going over to www.juviasplace.com/pages/business-grant. There you can see the application with all of the rules and the terms and conditions. The rules are: you must be a US citizen or have legal residence in the United States with a business operations and headquarters in the United States. You must identify as black or African American. Your business's 2019 gross revenue must be between $1,000 and $250,000. The only stipulation is that if your business has started in 2020, you are not eligible for this grant. I honestly think this is an amazing opportunity for black-owned businesses to have a moment to shine and to thrive, and it's so lovely to see another black-owned business supporting other black entrepreneurs. But if you're bold and you're black and you got it like that, apply and good luck. Wow guys, what an amazing opportunity, and honestly high-key, like, I am 100% down for seeing positivity in the community like this. So let's get into today's drama, because a bitch got notes. We have got lengthy notes, my dude, lengthy notes. Today we are going to be dipping our toes into some black YouTube drama. This is what some people like to call urban YouTube drama. I don't know how I feel about that term, but basically it's surrounding a black content creator. So yes, this is a completely different realm for me. Martin Lewis, I'm coming for your gig, sis. So without further ado, let's get straight into the drama. But if you don't know who Jayla Corian is, I'm going to be breaking down who she is for you in 60 seconds. It's been a while since I've done this, but some people need to be explained. Okay, so who is Jayla Koriyan? Jayla Corian is a YouTube personality and a brand strategist. She has been a YouTuber for almost 10 years, and in 2016 she actually became an author by publishing her book Pretty and Educated. We are estimating her age at approximately 25 years old. She has 2 channels. She has a beauty channel with over 300,000 subscribers, as well as a vlog or day in a life kind of channel with over 200,000 subscribers. She has 151,000 followers on Instagram and is one of the many Savage x Fenty brand ambassadors. She has been quite a controversial character here on YouTube. She's got herself into quite a few beefs with other famous YouTubers. Like, if you search Jayla Koriyan drama, I mean, it is just rife with absolute crap. Damn. However, it isn't YouTube beef that we are here to speak about today. Okay, so Jayla Koriyan basically is a budding entrepreneur. Everything that she does, it seems as if she kind of wants like a bossed up moment, if you get what I mean. Already a self-published author, she's the kind of woman who reminds me very much of B. Simone, a person who's searching for titles, as in things that she can call herself rather than actual substance. Anyway, so she started promoting a course called the YouTube Hustle course, and basically boasted this course as everything it is that you need to know to get your YouTube career going and to get popping. She was going to teach you how to hit those 4,000 minute watch times. She was going to teach you how to get to 1,000 subscribers. She was going to teach you all of the tips and tricks it is that you needed to do to build your YouTube brand. And of course, her fans went crazy for this idea. So she originally promoted the YouTube Hustle course as needing only 100 members. And there was a fear of missing out, or FOMO if you will, instilled in her audience because they were told that there was only limited spaces available for this course. They were told that early access would be $49 and that general admission would then rise to $99 per participant. And that was promoted on the 22nd of June. 600 members had actually joined. However, it is still unknown, and I've not been able to find out this detail, how many people actually got the course for $49 as it was promoted. I'm assuming that the first 100 people got it at $49, and maybe there was like a level of miscommunication in regards to how many spots were actually available. Already there is a massive pitfall. Imagine you are applying for a course where you think there's going to be 100 members, you're going to have that one-on-one time, you're going to be able to ask your questions and be heard by one of your favorite YouTubers, and then all of a sudden you're now having to contend with 600 other people. Well, it turns out that 600 people wasn't enough for Jayla. So after several members who missed the early access tickets for $49 joined up at general admission for $99, Jayla and co then decided to reduce the price of the tickets down to $69, which really upset a lot of people who would purchase for the full $99. They felt already as if they had been scammed even before the course had started. So admission for the enrollment of this course actually closed on the day of the course, and it's been estimated that over 900 people were actually enrolled on this course that was going to be taking place on an app. Okay, so follow my mathematics here because I need you guys to go with me. So if we're assuming that the first 100 people admitted got their tickets for $49, $49 times 100 would be $4,900, right? So let's just say that the next 700 people who were admitted at $99. That would make that $69,300. Okay, so then let's say that the last push of the $69 applicants, which would have been approximately 200 people, and I'm saying approximately, 69 times 200 would be $13,800, making the subtotal for the amount that she and her business associates would have earned from this course based on people's purchases alone as $88,000. Wow. Those are some numbers. Okay, so we have high expectations for this course, right? We're told there's going to be experienced guest speakers, that they were going to get into the technical field, that they were going to show you how to boost your numbers or how to hit the designated targets to become monetized on YouTube. Well, here is the reality of the situation. There was no syllabus. So although there was an outline that was put forward of what you might expect, on the first day of orientation they went through what you could be expecting in the next couple of days. However, there was no actual syllabus in place, which really annoyed a lot of people because people didn't know what to expect on which day they were coming to the course. She stated in one of her live stream lessons that there was no syllabus because she wanted people to show up for every class.
Will there be an agenda/syllabus? I didn't know if I should drop the syllabus because I was like, I need y'all to show up to every single class.
However, my argument is the class would have cost between $49 to $99 for a lot of people. I don't think people are going to be buying into a course not to show up on the day. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of the things that will be taught in this course is going to be a lot of things that you could probably find out with a simple Google search or a simple web search in general. I mean, most YouTubers work out how YouTube works through trial, error, and experience. And hey, there is absolutely nothing wrong with going to somebody who is experienced to get in that breadth and depth of knowledge and to avoid the initial pitfalls that most YouTubers make. However, what's being taught is nothing new. So I don't think that people who are paying $49 to $100 are not going to show up for a course. I think truly she just didn't have a syllabus to give people, because it seemed as if Jayla and her team were working out things as each day progressed. I don't think anything was set in stone before it all went live.
A few things before class starts. The syllabus will be dropping after class for the rest of the week. A little delay, but I want to make sure that we had our guest speakers locked in and what day they were going on. So we got the schedule completely done.
Because the second week she posted her syllabus for the second week's activities, but that was 3 days before the end of the second week of the course, because this was a 2-week course, which at that point would have been pretty much useless to everyone, as the previous 4 days, some of their syllabus had already been done. Okay, so the next thing that went wrong with this course, a lot of people were making complaints about her lack of education on a lot of subjects. People were upset with her turning up late. I think the first orientation live stream she turned up late, but she said it was due to internet difficulties and not really working the app.
Hey guys.
It seemed as if the first day of the course was the first time that she'd ever used the application herself. So there was no trial of this application to make sure that it was 100% sound and could deal with the level and the capacity of members and of flow it is that she would have to deal with. People sometimes actually suspected her of being drunk and being high. I don't know if I can comment on that. It didn't look like that to me, but that was some complaints that people were making about her showing up to her streams and not being very professional.
Hi.
And not dressing professionally. But I mean, in terms of not dressing professionally, a part of me is like, you came to see a YouTuber. You didn't come to see a CEO bank manager. You just came to see a YouTuber. So you're gonna get the YouTuber dressing the way the YouTuber usually would. And also there was a few complaints that she wasn't showing any respect for people's time. So like I said, she showed up late. And it wasn't just the first day that she showed up late. She showed up late regularly, which meant that a lot of people who had things to do, were in different time zones, who wanted to catch her live, were kind of just left waiting for her to show up. And then she actually said this in one of her live streams.
I didn't feel like showing up for my brand today.
So a lot of people felt as if it was rude and that she was inconsiderate of their time. But then on the flip side, there was a lot of people who stated that it was real. Like she was just saying how she really feels, because there are some days, regardless of what job it is that you have, that you don't want to go in. But sometimes you got to show up for work, regardless of how you feel. But that's just called being an adult. But definitely not something that she should have expressed openly and flippantly to paying course mentees. But when we talk about Jayla not respecting people's time, in one of her lessons, she actually showed up and started the live stream with playing really loud music, which I'm sure is copyrighted, so I won't be able to play it, and doing her makeup on stream whilst chatting away about extremely trivial things. That section of her live stream course went on for over 15 minutes. And once again, you're not respecting people's time. You didn't show up to work prepared. And because of that, you had a bunch of your paid mentees basically sat around for 15 minutes plus watching what could be considered an Instagram live stream. And I just kind of feel like that's unfair to do to people, especially when there's people who are gonna have their pens, their notebooks, and they're coming prepared to listen to you, and you couldn't even give the common decency to come prepared job to teach them. That's just my thoughts. Maybe I don't know, but that's just how I feel. Okay, so the next one was when they came to the Photoshop class. Now, there was a really interesting Photoshop class where people were taught by Jayla's visual editor, Iverson, about how to use Photoshop to make a really dope YouTube banner, as well as making really interesting and eye-catching thumbnails. A lot of people have stated who have done this course that this was probably one of the most interesting parts of the course. However, it wasn't done well. Unfortunately, they didn't have screen share, which is basically where you can show your screen as you are speaking to your audience. I do it frequently on Twitch. That was a shameless plug for my Twitch, by the way. Go over to www.twitch.tv/PaigeChristieUK and go and follow my Twitch because I live stream 4 days a week. Now, I don't know whether with this application is that she used in order to do her course, if it was just that particular application that couldn't host screen sharing, but this is definitely another thing that they should have looked into, because it was a case of turning the mobile phone to the computer screen for people to see, which obviously became extremely grainy and blurry for some people, and it's just not what I'd expect from a course that a lot of people are paying $100 for. Also, they were taught about video editing. Once again, with this section, there was no screen share capabilities, and they only showed you how to use iMovie for the mobile phone or tablet, as well as Final Cut Pro.
Friday, we learned how to edit videos, whether it was on iMovie, Final Cut Pro, or on your phone. I don't know where that came from.
This left a lot of people who were Android users or Microsoft users quite upset because they weren't catered for. It's quite a large expense to expect people to buy new equipment when the kind of people that this course was tailored to were two people who were just starting out, who didn't know how to do the basics of YouTube. It kind of like cut people off before they could even start, because yes, a lot of people have iPhones, but not everybody has an iPhone. So it's like, hey, in order to be able to make YouTube content and to do well on social media, buy $1,000 plus worth of mechanics. So moving on to the brand manager. The brand manager. So the brand manager was a woman by the name of Brianna Wilson. She is Jayla's brand manager. She was chosen to be one of the guest speakers to talk to people about the business side of being a YouTuber or being an influencer. Basically, Brianna Wilson is pretty much just a talent manager in the sense of she has an extensive list of brands it is that she works with, and she uses that database of clients to be able to put her influencers in touch with brands, and she will take a commission on top of that. However, whilst on her designated guest speaker live stream, she was asked some extremely simple questions. One of those questions being, what is a brand? She struggled, as her position is a brand manager, to define what a brand is and what that means. I shit you not.
Let me get an example. So an example of personal branding is when you have a personal brand, you are creating an emotion. And
then to add insult to injury, somebody asked her to define what a niche was, and she literally had to go onto Google and search what the term niche was to explain that to her audience. Once again, she's a brand manager. One of her specialties should be understanding and knowing her clients' niches to be able to put them with the most suitable brands. But she could not define what a niche was. Holy shit!
You guys, so you understand. Hold on just a second. I'm typing on my computer as we speak. Okay, so I have an example. So an example of a niche. A niche is kind of like when it's like you have a personal brand and then you also niched yourself. And it's like, what the heck is a niche? I don't understand. I just now figured out what a niche is. And I've been working in this industry for like 7 years.
So with over 900 people within the community, one of the things that was boasted from Jayla's promotional material for this was that there would be a bustling community. Well, when there is over 900 people within this course and within the group chats and within the communities, there are far too many people to keep up with.
And then I had to learn how to like turn off all the notifications, because the anxiety that I was getting from that app just going off over and over, I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. Everybody was spamming sub for sub, follow for follow. It was just a lot. It was a lot going on.
Which meant that the community was severely oversaturated, and it was just really hard to see the wood from the trees because there was just so many people talking at once. It almost seems as if nobody was really actively inside these chats or moderating these chats, because a lot of people also saw a bunch of trolls who had clearly paid for the course just to hate on her show up in the comment section, calling her out of her name and just causing unnecessary mess in the community. So since this course, there have been multiple exposed videos here on YouTube, but I think that regardless of whether you like Jayla or whether you don't like Jayla, we can all agree that this was a pretty unprofessional course, right? She was never on time, her guest speakers didn't know what they were talking about, there was no screen share capabilities of some really interesting topics, she showed up to do her makeup, she was playing trap music in the background whilst talking to her audience. Most importantly, she just never came prepared. But now Jayla has come out with a brand new course, and her course is called Bank with Brands, which is a one-day course with her brand manager, Brianna. Yes, the woman who couldn't even define what a niche was and had no idea how to explain what a brand was. Yes, she has now enlisted her for a second time to teach people how to make money with brands. Now this course has already taken place. It took place on the 8th of the 8th, 2020. The course was $49 for early admission and then $149 for the one-day course, which is significantly more of a bigger jump than the 2-week course that people had enrolled to previously. However, a lot of people who have been to this course have actually said that she has learnt from the previous mistakes of the previous course, so this is a happy story. Because the course actually took place on Zoom instead, there were screen share capabilities, there was a PowerPoint presentations and 4 guest speakers. Brianna, which was the brand manager, Iverson, which was her visual editor, a member from the marketing team of Savage X Fenty, which is who she is a brand ambassador for, as well as a member of the marketing team from TikTok. People felt as if this course was a hell of a lot more straight to the point, well researched and extremely insightful. So it just goes to show that like literally people can change. Not everything has to be negative here on the internet. Okay, so my thoughts. I never partook in this course. However, I don't think that there is a problem at all with YouTubers teaching people things that they could probably find out by themselves. Sometimes people have a hard time finding specific knowledge. So when you have a hub where all of this knowledge is together in one space, it just makes it that much easier to understand and to navigate the area of which it is that you're looking to get into. Because that was one of the biggest things that I saw on social media, is a lot of people were like, you can find this out on Google. Like,
I don't understand why you would spend this much money on a course of things that you could find on YouTube.
But I'm like, yeah, and I'm sure you could learn how to cook Italian cuisine off YouTube as well. But you're still gonna buy a cookery book from an Italian chef. Why? Because all of the recipes will be in one area. So I don't think that that's a problem. I don't think that that's an issue. My issue was with the level of unprofessionalism. If I was spending money to go to a course where I would be there with my notebook, my pen and my paper, ready to listen, ready to receive, ready to learn, and something that I have actively paid for, I don't want to see you go onto the live stream putting on your makeup. I don't want to see you go onto the live stream being unprofessional. I don't want to see you coming onto the live stream telling me things like you didn't feel like showing up. I don't want to see you come onto the live stream 15 minutes late, 20 minutes late, an hour late. I want to see you there on time and ready to teach. And yes, tardiness can be forgiven once, but when it's consistent, then I just feel like you're disrespecting my time.
Reclaiming my time. What he failed to tell you was, when you're on my time, I can reclaim it.
This is not something that people were being given for free. This is something, a service of which people paid for. So if I'm paying $100 and you're saying that it's gonna start at 8 p.m., it better start at 8 p.m. sharp. I may let you off with 8:05, but what we're not gonna do is leave me waiting for 20-30 minutes, or for you to sit on a live stream on time but then spend 15 minutes doing your makeup. If I wanted to see you do your makeup, I would go to your second channel, your beauty channel. They didn't test the application clearly because there was no screen share capabilities. That should be something that they should have thought about beforehand. But like with every business venture, you have to make a few failures to understand how to make it better. And judging by the second course, although rather expensive, a lot of people felt as if that one-day course, they obtained a lot more knowledge and a lot more useful resources than in her initial course. And hey, we all learn and we all grow as individuals, and I just don't think her intention was to scam people. More so that she's got a lot of growing up to do in regards to professionalism. Anyway, that is about it for my thoughts on this whole entire story. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about some obscure drama. What do you think? Do you think that she scammed her audience? Or do you think that she's a budding entrepreneur that made a few missteps but is still learning to get it together? And we as audience members should be grateful of being a part of her journey. Tell me what it is that you guys think and sound off in the comment section down below. Also, if you like this kind of content from me and you'd like to see more obscure drama topics here on this channel, give this video a thumbs up, let me know. Also, subscribe as well as hitting that notification bell if you are brand new so that you never miss a notification from me, Petty Paige. Also, like I said earlier, I do have a Twitch channel where I stream 4 days a week. I will be streaming tomorrow. So check me out on www.twitch.tv/PaigeChristieUK to hear my commentary uncensored. That's about it from me, and I am extremely tired and severely hungry, so I'm going to disappear now. I hope you guys have an amazing day or evening, whatever the hell it is you're doing, and until next time, guys, it's been Paige. Bye.
These bitches is petty.